Oh boy, it is good to hear that sound again. You know what that means. We're live.
Looking so pretty.
We are sitting looking pretty. Welcome back. We are live. I'm trying to stick a thing so the light isn't blinding. This is all.
He's just mailing his bills out.
This is what happened when we're gone for like 2 weeks.
Forget how to do the show.
Pretty much. I forget how to forget how to get on the internet. I've been on my computer all day and it's been fine. And then like I went downstairs to eat, came back up, and of course it just completely shuts down.
Everything's
like
fuck you.
Well, it won't rec. I try to get on the internet here, and I don't think I'm typing in the wrong password. It just tells me that the connection failed. So, but I think I'm on my phone, which is weird. You can hear me okay though?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
All right, I could probably change it.
But you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it could. Yeah. So that's where we are. But welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a long time. So much has happened since we've been away.
Kmac went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. I did.
We weren't doing the show because he was gambling last week, so we couldn't do the show. We
lost
all the money, so
that budget. You were talking
money
about
to do the show.
That budget you were talking about. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it's that's where that selfie stick went. It was. That selfie stick I bought him, you know, I sent him a check for $20 and he just threw it away, bet it on the ponies.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been cool to do.
He pawned it at the Pawn Stars place.
Yeah.
Like, what do you give me for this selfie stick? I'll give you $1. I can't do more than $1. Sorry.
Could you go 50 cents? Could you do 50?
Yeah.
Cents?
No, I gotta sell, man. Sorry. Like, shut up. We did go there. I mean, I think I sent you pictures. Yeah. Oh, I didn't send you. Yeah, I was going to show you, but I mean, now it's completely shot. But I will next time. I mean, I took a bunch. It's just weird because it really is just a pawn shop in the middle of nowhere. It's not like on a street with a bunch of stuff and it has all these lights and it's just like any pawn shop.
I mean, it's like
was
really
Tom Lee there?
I heard boom. Kyle, yeah, it is.
I've heard it's just small.
Yeah,
and
Kyle
like
said that.
There's nothing there. I mean, you walk in. I think they put I heard they put up like mirrors to make it look bigger while they're shooting and stuff. But it's like just this tiny little shop. I don't know. I think my dad went there once.
Yeah, it is small. I mean, when you walk in, you can see all the way to the back, and it's not like a huge thing. It didn't seem like the one that's in the show. Like the one in the show looks pretty big. Like there's multiple counters like in the middle and there's people going around it's not like that at all. Like you just walk in, there's like a main area and then you just kind of keep walking and it's just like a straight shot. And then like there's an area to the side where where all like the people from the show, like managers and stuff would be, Chum Lee and all those guys. But I'd show you the pictures, but it is pretty small. But I mean, it was still cool because they had stuff about Rick, and it's like if you missed if you missed Rick today, like you can follow him on Instagram or ask him for a cameo. He wasn't there. Nobody that I recognized in the show was there.
Of course.
Yeah, I doubt they're ever there. Honestly, do they even make the show anymore?
I haven't. I mean, I don't know. I don't have cable, so I
have no idea.
I feel like I haven't seen anything about it in like years.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still on 24 hours a day. Just
right.
not new
There's
episodes.
there's like History 3 channel that's just Pawn Stars all the time.
Yeah, the Pawn Stars.
Oh,
Network.
really?
I don't know. I'm just making that up, but
it just alternates between Pawn Stars and American Figures like 24/7.
I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, I mean, it was just an odd place because I mean the Strip is, I mean that's kind of where everything is, and you got to travel way up north. Technically, downtown Vegas is where the Pawn Stars thing is, and it just kind of just in the middle of nothing. But the idea of it is cool, knowing that it's been on TV and whatever. But overall, I mean, it was a really cool experience. I feel like it's just one of those things where you just kind of have to do it because of how much popular culture is about Las Vegas. It's just cool to go there and see, like, oh, like there's Caesar's Palace that Robert De Niro was in, or this is, that classic shot of the Strip in any movie, or like, oh, that's where The Hangover was. Whatever. So things like that were really neat. I mean, you can't stay there too long unless you're going to go broke. Because one, I mean, food is expensive, just like anywhere else. It's basically like when we went to Disney, I mean, it's just Disneyland again, except it's more for adults, because it used to be just gambling. But now they have, rides, they have exhibits, they've always had shows, but now, I mean, there are kids everywhere. And like my grandma, she's been there like 8 times, and she went way back, a long time ago, and it was only gambling. So it was cheaper too back then, because they knew that's the only thing you could do is spend money, so they're gonna fly out there for cheap and get you a hotel for cheap, because you're going to spend all your money. But now it's like, well, you can do other things, so we're going to jack all the prices. So sorry.
Yeah, I know like some places, if you go to like certain casinos, it's like, as long as you're gambling, like they'll just keep bringing you drinks, and like there's a free buffet in the casino and like all this crazy stuff, like, because they just want to keep people on the floor. But now it's like, I don't think it's the same anymore. Like you have to pay for everything.
No more all-inclusive Vegas. It's not a thing.
Yeah. Well, they do give you drinks at tables, or no matter where we were, which was sweet. I mean, the glasses were like, they were small glasses, but I could be like rum and Coke. I got a few Long Islands.
Shot glass. Like
they
made the full drink back behind the bar, and they just poured a little bit in.
Yeah. No, it was
keep
like
you appetized.
Right. It was bigger than that. I mean, it was maybe like the size of a coffee mug, honestly.
It's a good, decent size.
Yeah, which isn't terrible. And it's it's free. So as long as you're paying money. I mean, the thing is, though, something's wrong with that. The tables, like a lot of the games that we played, and I guess you guys can play it right now, but like blackjack, the minimum bet for one hand was $15, which is a lot of money when you're going to be playing multiple hands if you want to, because I mean, you put down $15, you get, you bust. Well, that's $15 right there. And I mean, it goes really fast. So we never played that.
Pretty quick, isn't it? No, aren't those games? They kind of like rip through them, don't they?
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't, I mean, unless you wanted to spend a fortune on it, there was nothing less than that. So we played a different game called Let It Ride. And the nice thing about this, and you guys can look this up, if you type in on your computer, I think if you just type in Let It Ride game, like the first link, there's like a really cool app. Not an app, it's just a website that just gets right to the point. The nice thing about this game is that you're not against the dealer, because blackjack, you could be like, oh, I hit 20, like I'll stay. This is awesome. I've got like $30 out there. and the dealer hits 21 and you lose. But this game, you're playing with the dealer, like the cards that you get, you try to make the best of like a 5-card hand. And you can take bets back too, which is nice. So it's like a safer game. It's just nice because we got to sit there for a while and just play, instead of like, oh, we played for 15 minutes and we're down $200. Like, it was only $5 every hand. And obviously there's other ways to bet more and win more, but that's the only game we played, really. Did you guys find that?
Yeah, I looked it up.
I didn't look.
So let me see if I can get it on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get it on the Zoom.
So that's something we did at night because Fremont Street, which is where downtown is technically, I was reading up on it a little bit. There's a lot of movies that like kind of that show you some of Fremont Street, like a lot of Elvis movies or I don't know, like it just whatever you think of as like everything is lit like off to the side and it says casino and it says, whatever, all the names of the casinos, like that's what it is. So if you look that up. But the really cool thing is that they had this dome of light. Like it was just like this canopy that stretched all the way down the street. And it went for a few blocks where it was just this constant like light show. And the screen was like crystal clear too. I mean, it's pretty high up. And I'll show you that next time. But that's where we would
here's our Let It Ride poker.
That's where we would gamble. Okay, so what you have are, like it says, your cards and then the dealer or community cards. So the $, that bet, that all the bets have to be the same. You can't be like, oh, I'll do 5 and then 20 and 20. So if you do 25, that $, that is the bet that is going to stay. You can't pull that one back. But then the 2 and the 1, if you don't like what you see, you can pull a bet back. So just hit deal.
Okay.
Okay, so the object is you have to have 10s or better to win. And if you don't have them in your hand, then you have to hope that the dealer, like for you, Kyle, might give you another 7, a 6. You can get 2 pair. You could get a full house. So you don't have enough to just win your bets right now. So you would pull.
I'm pulling, or am I letting it ride?
You would pull it. So pull it means you pull that number 1 bet back. So you get your money back for number 1.
Okay.
And then he deals the first card, which is not good. So you'd want to pull. So
Ben
pull your
seems
second
like he
bet.
knows how to play already.
Yeah, Ben.
It's pretty.
It is really easy.
Well,
because
you said it was easy, but I lost $16, Kmac. What the hell?
Just because it's easy doesn't mean
This is coming out of your budget, man.
yeah, you're right.
Soccer is easy. It doesn't mean you're automatically good at it.
Yeah, right. Venmo me or request it. So all you did was lost that.
Let it ride.
10 and an ace now.
So I would pull. Okay. So now that first bet. So now you basically have to hit a 10 or an ace. So I would pull so you get your $25 back.
So the dealer's got to hit a 10 or an ace?
No, dude. I'm feeling it.
So that you do it. Yeah.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
I don't know what to do. I really don't know what I'm doing.
Let it ride.
Ride. Yeah. See, so you just lost all your
Thanks,
bets.
Ben.
Sorry, man. We'll get back up.
So basically what you're doing is like you're pulling the first bet because you don't have anything good enough. The Kyle, like that one you just did, Kyle, you let it ride the first bet, which means you can't take that number 1 back. So then when he flips over the first card, then it moves on to the second bet you have. And at that point, you can decide if you're going to let that ride to potentially win it back or like double it or whatever, or pull it so you get to keep it. And then, like I said, the $1 one, you can't pull back. And then there are other things too, where you can bet like the cards you get in your hand are going to be good enough for you to win like the 3 card bonus, or you can go for like a progressive jackpot. So there's a lot of different options. It was fun. I mean, yeah, it is easy. But it's nice that you're working with the dealer.
Dealers
But yeah,
against you. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the first time we did it, I won like $50, and then
nice.
we played it like 2 or 3 more times, like on various nights, and I just lost like 200 probably. Ryan won quite a bit, and my dad kind of lost too. So, but overall, it's pretty sweet. Next time, I'll definitely show you guys some pictures, and it's pretty crazy
Why
stuff.
don't you send them to me now, and I can share them off my computer. But later.
I could. I have to do it on my phone, and.
Oh. Okay. Well, then don't. Next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everything I have is like, well, you could at least do Let It Ride.
I had a job interview on Thursday. I don't think anything will come of it, but I'm still going to be careful about what I say. So, if you guys remember from way back, when was it, Kmac, when we were talking about, you were doing like trivia about porn?
That was one of the first or second episodes probably.
Okay.
But that's that same company.
So hold on. So the trivia, like the factoids, whatever that Kmac got online, were from this company called Covenant Eyes. Okay. And he started reading them off for those of you who weren't there. He started reading them off, and it was stuff like over 60% of divorces are because of pornography. And we're just like, probably not. Okay, fine, whatever. And so we looked up this, where he's getting this. It's called Covenant Eyes, and they're obviously like a Christian company with like, and they have, their product is like a internet like content filtering, like firewall type thing. But whatever. So fast forward to like last week, I'm applying for jobs. They pop up on LinkedIn. They're looking for a web developer, and I'm currently looking for a job as a web developer. So I applied for them. Didn't think anything of it. I've applied to like 30 places so far. Haven't really gotten any bites. They're the only one that was like, "Hey, do you want to do an interview?" So I don't know. I did an interview on Thursday, and it was like, I don't know. They seemed pretty. The guy seemed like a pretty normal dude. You could tell he was, I don't know. I mean, he was a Christian dude for sure. But like, I don't know. It went fairly well. I don't know if I'm going to get a job offer or anything, but I definitely told him, because one of the first questions he asked was, he's like, so
what's your favorite porn category?
All right. He just asked me like what I knew about Covenant Eyes and whatever, and I was sort of like, oh yeah, well, I've heard of you guys, yeah, and I've had some friends and family who've like struggled with, the kind of things that you guys are trying out there to try and prevent and whatever. So I'm interested in working with you guys, and I think it'd also be a good first place for me to work. So I just made up some BS.
There you go.
But
did they have you take like some kind of coding thing?
No, this was just the first round of interview. This was just like a 15-minute.
Okay.
There's a weird thing in the industry. They'll have like a technical recruiter who doesn't actually know how to code, who will screen you, and then if he thinks you're good enough, you'll go on and do like coding interviews where you actually have to code with people on the team. But yeah. I don't know. I thought it was funny because it was just like, kind of coming full circle. It's like this company that I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this exists. Now I interviewed with them on Thursday.
I think it's pretty standard for like the corporate world, where you do like an initial screening with a recruiter that isn't a job specific sort of interview. It's just like a company culture thing, just to make sure that you can answer a phone and have a pulse and like aren't completely wasting everyone's time. And I think for sure. No, I think it was pretty standard. So hopefully it moves on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I'll probably, if they get back with me and I don't have any other offers, sure, I'll probably take it.
Yeah, dude, a job's a job, man.
Right. I mean, it's not ultimately not the place I would want to work forever for the rest of my life or anything, but
would it be at home?
Or yeah, it's fully remote too. That's which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And I even
That's so
asked,
funny.
I was like, because they were telling me about like they've got a couple like week-long events planned next year where everybody's going to get together on campus and do just like team building type stuff and whatever. This was scheduled for 2022, and I was like, yeah, so like, you know, what about after that? And they're like, oh yeah, no, this would be remote forever. I was like, okay. So
Where are they located?
Michigan. So I mean, it's not that far from me. It's only like 4 hours where they are in Michigan.
Mm-hmm. That's so funny. I mean,
I know.
you didn't. I mean, if I hadn't brought them up on the show, or you guys didn't like, wait, who is this by? Because like I didn't really care, but you guys looked at it. I mean, would you have still applied?
Honestly, I would have been less. I probably would have applied, yeah. But I don't know. I probably would have seen the name and be like, probably not. But I kind of just did it for the meme. But
yeah, it's always a wise choice,
right? So I'd have a good story at the end. But I don't know.
Right.
I don't think I would have been as prepared for my quick little answer. I probably would have been like, oh yeah, I just want a job.
Right.
Yeah, what do you guys do?
Oh, sorry, what? Huh?
I know. Imagine they're like, "Oh wait, you're on or you tell them you're on a show, and they're like, when was that show?" And you're like, "Yeah, it was around like February. Like our stock prices went up considerably at that time. Like you guys said something."
They all know it. They've all like passed it around. You know, it's like the hot topic around the office. They're like, "Have you seen this show? They talk about it." Yeah.
I wonder if they're a publicly traded company. I'm about to find out. Probably not. I
highly doubt it. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my funny experience for the week.
I don't think there's many investors betting against porn.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's kind of just like I feel like any sort of content filtering service, you're just like fighting a losing battle all the time, like constantly just trying to find the new, you know, you searching the dark webs for all the stuff that you're trying to block. Clever ways to get around of it.
I knew there was one back in the day that might still be around, or maybe this is similar to what Covenant Ice does, but they would basically like email your all of your history to a friend. So you would just be like, you could just be like, you could have it set for like your pastor or something, you know. So like your pastor gets an email of all of your internet history just to make sure, just like hold you accountable. I don't know. That's wild.
What? Oh, like you had the choice to do that, or
yeah.
Like,
no,
I see.
It's automatic. Yeah, the pastor decides. Yeah.
And then you have to go into confession and talk about all that. It's really uncomfortable. So just don't look at porn.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the moral. If you learn anything from this show, just know that we here at the Kmac Attack are vehemently against.
Ben's looking back at a cottage.
Is there anyone in that cottage, Ben?
Yeah.
Callie can't hear you in that cottage, can you? You're
I know.
far away, right?
That's so funny. And we lost him to the corn.
No porn.
That's
I don't like porn.
Yeah. That's funny though, man. I mean, I hope it goes well. I mean, that's the only place you've heard back from?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't have any experience, so it's
but
recruiters always looking for people like they're always putting in the job description like at least 3 years, and you're just like, this is an entry level position. Oh, hey, we got Sanders in the waiting room.
Yeah.
But they're like, they want like 3 years of experience, and you're like, and it's like a junior level position, you know, entry level. So I don't know, it's just hard. It's hard to say because the actual like listing on the job listing, like a lot of people describe it as a wish list, like what the recruiter wants.
Yeah.
And usually you'll only get one of them. So I kind of I'm like, okay, I hit that category, so I'll apply for it. So.
Definitely, yeah. If you fit the bill for anything in the job description, you can always still apply. Yeah, for definitely.
Sure. Nick Sanders, say something so we can see your face.
Say something. You're on television.
It's okay.
You're on television for the whole world.
You're live for the whole world.
Don't say anything.
Television.
Is Olivia recording?
Hi.
For the first time on the Kmac Attack,
Wow,
Olivia Cuff.
Are you with the whole fam?
Very uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
That close up. It looks like you have like a fisheye lens.
Yeah, dude, it's like
Yeah.
it's like one of those like 20 millimeter.
Gonna say anything, or are you just gonna?
This is riveting.
Are you just gonna
You're
pop in
interrupting
and
our
leave?
speech.
You can't leave, man. You're on the show.
What's going on?
Oh, he's muted. All right. Well, at least we'll pin him at some point and just.
I
I'm gonna
feel
pin
like
him for the rest of the show.
I feel like Nick has to be like blackout drunk right now.
Where is he? What did he say?
He's with his
He's in
family.
Marion.
Oh, like I'm sure he is.
Wait, no, pin him.
Oh, he's pinned. He's pinned for sure.
Oh wait, let me
I'll
see him.
spotlight him too.
Oh, yeah, you gotta.
Oh,
I
yeah.
moved it to grid view.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, what the hell happened to Spotlight? They changed Zoom since the last time
There
we
he
did the
is.
show.
Oh wow.
I think they got a haircut.
Nick's hair is drunk right now.
It looks like he has a mohawk. Like it's just like angled so well.
Oh man.
It's
He looks
really
like
short.
He looks like the bully in like a 90s teen movie. You know, that's that haircut.
What are we watching?
Oh, he's watching Spider-Man 3.
Cool.
I think it's.
Oh, man.
I'm willing to bet it's like Parasite or something. Let's just
Crazy
guess.
Rich Asians.
I just want to commentate. This is the rest of the episode. Just us commentating Nick's POV.
Oh boy.
All right.
Wow,
This
this is
is
riveting.
just gonna be the Kmac attack for the
Yep,
rest of
this will-
eternity. It's just gonna be Nick's face.
Oh my goodness. All
Oh,
right.
he's really gone.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Thanks, Nick.
All right, thanks. All right, everybody. That was Nick Sanders.
All
coming in
right,
live
and
to the Kmac
We are
attack.
done. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Oh, I had other things. I mean, did you guys do anything for Father's Day? I mean, we left for Vegas on Sunday. So
I went to Nick Brokamp's wedding.
no, that was Saturday.
Well, I mean, it was okay.
How
Sure.
how late did you stay at the actual venue?
We stayed till the end. Did you not?
I left at 10:30.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it went much past that. I think they only had it till 11. They started tearing down at 10:45.
Man,
So.
was that not really long, or was it just me?
It was. I don't know. I mean,
It was
I guess,
fine.
yeah, I guess it was kind of long, just because they didn't have. So for those who don't know, we had one of our friends from college did his redo wedding.
They renewed his vows.
Yeah, they renewed their vows after a year, so they got
Due to
married during COVID. Couldn't do a full wedding.
There was a pandemic, and people.
Yeah, so there was a pandemic.
Okay, let's go back. There's this
started
thing
in China.
called COVID. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a respiratory viral.
SARS COVID 12
Yeah.
13.
Well, in the respiratory, can you explain the respiratory system for people that don't know?
For the folks at home, please describe the respiratory system.
It's the thing you breathe through.
Your mouth.
But yeah, so they're renewing their vows, and so I think they started the ceremony at 4:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
And the ceremony was literally 15 minutes long. They
Too
just
long.
they said their way too long.
Yeah.
They said their vows, did the whole thing, and then we did little cocktail hour and all that. So yeah, I guess considering there was hardly any ceremony, and the ceremony was in the same place as the reception, I don't know, it was kind of a while.
Here's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do to shake up my wedding. So everyone does the wedding, then the cocktail hour, and then the reception. I'm gonna flip it around a little bit, where I'm gonna do the cocktail hour first. So you show
Okay.
up.
Okay.
And you
I'm
do
on board.
drinks. Everyone's on board already. See, you do the drinks, then you do a 10-minute ceremony, and everybody's everybody's here for it now, because usually it's everyone's just counting the clock. When can I get to the venue? When can I start drinking? No, you show up, They just hand you a glass of champagne right off
Right.
the bat, and then there's a little bar. You mingle for a little while. You go up, you do the thing, and then it's like now it's party time. It's a genius idea, I know, but why?
So
aren't
wait,
more
so-
Don't
people
say so yourself.
Cocktail-
But no ceremony.
I mean, honestly, sure. Yeah. Who cares
I
about
mean,
nobody
I've
cares
heard
about the
Catholic
ceremony.
weddings are like that.
Oh, those are the worst.
Oh.
Catholic weddings are like an hour-long ceremony.
Well, yeah, but I heard like nobody goes to the actual ceremony. Everybody just goes to the reception for that reason.
Why didn't anybody tell me this before I've gone to multiple Catholic weddings?
Oh, you didn't know this?
I'm
I knew
furious.
this. I've been to like one
Why'd I sit
Catholic
through that?
service in my life. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I don't know. But
You're saying you would have cocktail potential.
oh, did we lose Kmac?
Oh, we're losing Kmac.
Oh no.
So to answer your question, the cocktail hour. I already said this. I don't know. Wait, restate your question. You froze.
Everybody starts off drunk, so it's good, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what
So
we want. That's the goal.
cocktail hour,
Uh-huh.
potential ceremony,
Yeah.
and
like a
then
brief ceremony.
and then like the reception, like the rest of the party.
Yes.
Okay. So, but instead,
I'd be down with
typically
that.
it's ceremony, cocktail. Well, that's a problem I had with in Brocamp's thing is like, it was like we get there, you know, the ceremony, like obviously the ceremony starts right away. We sit around for probably an hour until dinner, I think. And then it's like almost 5 hours until the whole thing ends. Or it's like there's one culminating moment.
Yeah.
And there
But I mean,
wasn't
it's like three of that is only like three of that is the reception. You know. His dad's band played. I feel like that filled out quite a bit.
that
too.
was
that
was like
fun.
an hour. That was cool. But then after that, it's just like, okay, like I feel
school
I mean
dance.
most
Yeah.
exactly. Most people had left. And I was
Yeah.
it would have been nice, like, okay, 9:00, this is when it
Mm-hmm.
happens. Because I'm sure a lot of people had to travel quite a ways.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, most weddings they go pretty late into the evening.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I'm not, bashing it. It was nice
And
to see him
another
again.
problem with Brocamp's wedding.
I don't know.
He-
I had fun.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I mean,
Sarah
yeah,
wants
you
to
were.
know if you've ever been to a wedding before.
Yes,
Okay.
and it was much shorter.
okay.
Yeah, he was the ring bearer.
Yeah, yeah. It was like
long
20
time
years
ago.
ago, but it's funny. I mean, I don't know how many people know this besides like my immediate family, but we had some neighbors when we were young. There were like 5 girls that were neighbors, and they were like a little older than us. And one of them I had like the biggest crush on, and I don't know how old I was. I was pretty young, but basically like I told my mom at least, like, I want to marry her. And I was probably like 6. I was still like really young.
Sure.
But like my mom like gave me a ring and like got this girl to like put on her like my mom's old dress, and like we had a ceremony in our backyard, and we have it
Are
on
you married?
we have it on video.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's right here. No.
Oh shit.
No, I mean,
That
this was
sounds
so
like you're
long
married.
ago. Yeah, wait. No, I'm. Oh yeah. That's not even where the door is. But we have it on home video. The quality is really bad. I think it was really sunny, but it's like so everyone's like it's so white, like you can barely see what's going on. But it happened. I mean, and it like she still remembers it. Like when we bring it up and we see her, she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. I still have the ring." So I don't know if I've been married. I've been divorced, if I can say that. I've been married. I've been divorced without being married. Is that a thing?
I think you have grounds
I think
for
you need to
annulment.
explain. I don't know what you're talking
I mean,
about.
well, she married someone else. We're not together. I mean, I guess it happened both ways, but
Yeah. I feel like that's great. Yeah, that's grounds for an annulment. I think we can question the legitimacy of this marriage.
We'll have to look back at the tape.
Yeah.
But
we should actually watch that next week.
Yeah.
dude, I don't know how to get it on a format like this.
It's possible.
It's like
Figure it out.
old VHS home video.
Yeah. I will drive to Gridley.
Let's have the first in-person show at our house.
That'd be awesome.
Set up
we should
like
do
that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, we should actually do that. Let's do an in-person viewing of Kmac's childhood wedding. I'd be down.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Fun.
Let's do it.
All right, next week.
I can't do it next week, but
all right, we'll do it soon.
Yeah,
we'll do it in a couple weeks.
We got time.
All right, fans at home.
It sounds like a technical nightmare, but it's fine.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Trust me. That'll be the show where we blow up.
Yeah.
We'll hit it big. Ben, did you do anything?
Not in a good way.
Yeah, we blew up and we are no longer a thing.
We're dead. Yeah, it blows us up. Yeah, it was a tragedy.
Ben, did you do anything?
So recently, I did see my dad for Father's Day. Nothing crazy. Just made some steaks on the grill. Nothing crazy. But it has been eventful. A couple of weeks since the last time we've met. My car broke down.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, I was on the way to St. Louis.
Subaru.
Yeah, I was on the way to St. Louis.
You got to regrow your beard, man.
Right before I got on the interstate, leaving town to drive to St. Louis to visit a friend of the show, Zach Kmac. My car, just like the transmission, just completely blew out, and I just could not drive the car anymore. So I limped the car down to one dealership, and I haggled them quite a bit, but couldn't quite get the price I wanted. So I limped the car to another dealership, and I ended up walking away same day with a Subaru Forester. That's been treating me very well, and yeah, that's been exciting. Any questions before I move on?
Yeah, can you remind me why that car?
So the car that I got, why I got
it?
It was like basically the best of what they had around. I've always liked Subarus. They last a long time, and but they're hard to find used with low mileage, because a lot of people buy them because they're known to last a long time. So it's hard to find one that someone is like giving up, basically. So and then if you do, they're usually like more expensive because they do still have a lot of miles on them. So yeah, it was a car that I had wanted for a while. Low mileage, good price, and there we go. That's why I got that. Other questions?
I mean, it's pretty sweet that this whole thing happened, and within like an hour, you're like, oh, New car, ready to go.
Basically, it was so Friday is when my car died, and then Saturday afternoon I had signed the paperwork for a new car. So I mean, thank God I have a job now where I can like afford a down payment on a car. But yeah, I mean, it was quite a tumultuous weekend. It was a lot of work, but I got it done, so I'm really happy about that. Last week, so I got to break in the new car. I went to like a work conference last week in St. Louis, funny enough. So I did end up going to St. Louis a week or two later, and we had a fun time. It was a good work trip. There was a lot of hanging out and drinking and socializing, and it was great. Good times. We went to a Cardinals game, so my first big post-pandemic outing. I don't remember much, to be honest. I had quite a bit to drink beforehand.
Well, it is baseball, so naturally it's pretty forgettable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't care about either of the teams that were playing. It was a Cubs game.
Oh,
I probably would have cared, but Cardinals versus the Pirates, I think. I don't remember.
Were there a lot of people there, or was it still pretty conscientious of COVID?
Not at all. Is 100% capacity. It wasn't sold out. The game wasn't sold out, so there weren't really a lot of people there. But I mean, if they could have sold every ticket, they would have.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm vaccinated. Whatever.
Right. No, I was curious because it just totally depends on where you go. I mean,
Yeah.
Vegas was like, it was pretty maskless, but obviously the airport, you needed one. If like there was a bus you can get on, like a public transit thing, and you had to have a mask for that. But the casinos, they could care less. There were a lot of signs that were like, well, if you are vaccinated, like you're not required to wear one. And then at that point, it's just kind of like on the person to be like, yeah, I am, or I'm not, and I just don't care, which is probably a lot of people. But
yeah, definitely. I know in St. Louis, the only thing you have to wear a mask for, I'm sure there's some businesses that still ask for it, but the only thing that I went to was just Ubers. Like if you took an Uber,
oh yeah,
like you had to wear one in the Uber, but everywhere it would be like, all right, put on a mask, get in the Uber, drive there, and then like take it off and go into like a baseball stadium full of like 5,000 people.
right. This is such a different
it's
scenario.
Definitely for the driver.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm happy to do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to wear it. If it makes people safer. But yeah, it's just funny that that's like the only context you have to wear one.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a show 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago now, I saw Sungazer, which is Adam Neely's band. But they that was all maskless too. Because I mean, in Indianapolis, they just lifted like the mask restriction like a couple weeks ago. It was literally like days after when we were at the show. But yeah, we I don't know. We took them off. It was a little weird. I don't know. It felt a little unnerving at first, but I don't know, everybody else seemed chill, and I figure if you're going to if you know Adam Neely, and like you're that deep into music, you're probably, I don't know, you could be an asshole, but you're probably not enough of an asshole to, just not get vaccinated and spread COVID around at a big show,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
How many people would
no
you say were
outbreaks
there?
or anything. I mean, it was pretty full. It was pretty packed. It's just like a little standing room venue. Probably, I don't know, I'd say probably 150 people in a tiny room.
When we saw like Corey Wong, was it like that kind of space or smaller?
Yeah, it was that same place. Yeah.
Oh, was
Hi-Fi.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the same place we saw Corey Wong.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was probably about as full as Corey Wong was. So.
Yeah, it is different. I mean, it's just crazy that everyone's life is like completely upended, and we have to make all these social changes, and now it's just kind of like, is it right to go back yet? Is this okay now? And hopefully it will be. But yeah, I know what you mean when it's like, oh, should I like? I sometimes I think like when we saw a movie, it's like, this is kind of weird just sitting in here because everyone's just breathing the same air. Or on a plane, like on a plane, you got to wear it. But other places, like I never really even thought about it. I was just like, no mask. All right, well, this is how life should be.
It's even like, I mean, we even went to like the hardware store today, and I was like, getting out of the car, I was like, all right, are we going? Talking to Sarah, I was like, are we doing masks or what? I don't know.
I've started to just kind of transition to whatever the like establishment asks for. Right. So I've noticed most of the places that I've been going to have a sign that specifically says, if you're vaccinated, you're not required to wear a mask. And if you aren't, then we ask that you do. So I am vaccinated. So I've usually been following that, or at least wearing one in a congested area. And then, if I'm at a store and there's a lot of people around, I might pull it up. But then if I'm kind of out in the open, just kind of easing myself back into it, because for a while, even like after that first CDC guideline change where vaccinated people didn't have to wear masks, I still wore it pretty much everywhere. But I'm starting to kind of loosen up a little bit personally.
There are some places around here that are just like, they're still being extra cautious. Like there's a little coffee shop that's like, it's just like, we're not checking vaccination records. Put on a mask,
Yeah, and I totally respect that. Yeah.
Have either of you been somewhere where they check, like, show us your card, like, where's your ID?
Not really, but I mean, and those things are like, people are like forging those, which is the dumbest thing. I've seen like things about people like paying like 30, $40 to get like a forged vaccination card, and you could just like fucking photocopy it. Like,
it takes less effort to just get the vaccine.
I know, it's the vaccine's free. Like,
right. I know. I think it's crazy that, I mean, in Illinois, you can be put into a lottery for like $1 million, right? Have you guys heard about that?
Really? No, I heard about it in other states, but not in Illinois.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
That was Andrew Yang's idea.
Oh, was
it? Yeah, he talked about that on the before we even had a vaccine. He had the that idea on his podcast. But yeah.
Well, yeah, because I heard every state does something different. Like Illinois is a lottery. I mean, most states are lotteries, of some kind. I think Indiana offers like Girl Scout cookies or something. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh,
I really need it.
I should have got vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad deal.
No, I guess not.
It's kind of a lame deal, comparatively, but whatever.
Right.
What are the odds of me winning the $1 million? Not very good. Like, if I had the option, I would take the Girl Scout cookies for sure.
Versus getting whatever.
Because that's instant gratification, like lotto ticket. You got to wait for that shit.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, what drives me crazy is like, if people are hesitant to get the vaccine or they're like, no, I'm not going to get it. I'm anti-vax. But as soon as like Andrew Yang has proposed all these things, these incentives for people to go and get it, if someone were to be anti-vax and then all of a sudden be like, oh, well, I could win $1 million. Like, they're not anti-vax. Like, they just want something from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they truly were not.
I don't think we really care what people think, I mean. What's more important here, like changing people's minds or people actually getting the vaccine? Like, it would be nice if they change their ideology and like not do stupid things that are going to harm other people, but then if there's an incentive and they go ahead and do it anyways, who cares what they think?
That's a good point, because that's the biggest argument I've heard, is that just like, well, this is conditioning people to be like, well, next time there's a big thing that I need a vaccine for, I'm not going to get one until I can be entered into a lottery. So I feel like it could create this weird incentive based, like, I don't know, moral system where I'm not going to do the right thing unless I get something out of it. But like you said, I mean, I think the best counter argument is what you just said, which is like, well, who cares why they're doing it, or, if they'll do it next time. Like right now, we need to take care of what's in front of us and get people vaccinated. So.
I agree. I mean, at that point, it is semantics, but it is just sad. It's just like, oh, they do just want something rather than just doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
just at the point where I'm just like, fuck them.
I know.
Like, they don't care. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to get into it. But
for sure. No, but I mean, it is kind of neat how, I mean, you could potentially get something for it. So, I mean, I think you had to get that, like, obviously get vaccinated in the States. So even though like I'm in Illinois now, I could win Girl Scout cookies, but you guys are like Kyle too, but Ben, you could win like $1 million or something.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
So I know, man.
Dude,
help the show budget out.
Who does want to be?
Great question. I don't have.
I didn't know which materials.
What is the correct answer for if you should get a vaccine? Is it A? Yes. B? No. All right. Anyways.
Ben, I wanted to ask what you like did at that work conference.
So the first day was like basically like a networking, lunch and learn sort of thing. So it's like we had lunch catered. We had a little like company presentation, a couple of networking activities, happy hour, and that was kind of it. And then the next day was like basically a full work day, but then afterwards we all went to the Cardinals game and like had some more just after work hangouts. So that was pretty much the whole thing. Just a few days of just a couple of days of travel, a couple of days of networking and work. Nothing too crazy. I mean, nothing officially crazy anyway.
How long did it last?
I was there for a few days, like 2 or 3 days.
I gotcha. Did you see Bliss?
I ran into him for a little bit. I spent a lot of time with Ethan since we work for the same company.
Yeah.
A mutual friend of the show, for those who don't know. Yeah, so I saw that crew, and we had some good times. Yeah.
Nice. Well, speaking of drinking, I called Kyle like
This is
a
amazing.
day or two before. It was I think the day before the wedding, because I was in Bloomington.
Well, I was driving to Champaign to go meet Ben, because Ben and I grabbed lunch before I was driving up to Bloomington to go to the wedding. But
okay.
You called me. Yeah.
I called Kyle because I needed to know exactly what it took to make a Manhattan. Because like I could have looked it up, but I was like, I'm just gonna ask him, because the internet is probably gonna tell me 18 different things. So I picked some of this stuff up. Like I got the vermouth and I got the bitters. Yeah. I made one I think it was last night, and it was not that good. And I don't know if I just made it poorly, but it just tasted like it was whiskey, but it was watered down. Yeah. Is that how it should taste?
Manhattans? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like anything whiskey is going to be an acquired taste. So I don't know. I mean, you can spice it up with like maraschino cherries, or add like orange peels and stuff.
Should I add more of the other things?
I mean, I don't know. It's so hard. It's hard to say, because you're not like a whiskey drinker, you know, like at least not yet. Hopefully, I don't know. My goal is to get you there, but it's I don't know. It's maybe add a little more bitters. That'll add maybe a little bit more flavor to it. Do like a couple more, like I don't know how many shakes of it did you do?
Well, I just maybe like three or four drops fill in.
Yeah, give it like a solid shake, like actually shake it and like, you know, make it really come out. And you're probably just getting like a couple little tiny drops, like an actual shake of bitters.
What is it supposed to taste like?
I don't know, dude. Whiskey and wine. I don't know.
Oh,
what are you looking? I mean, do you want something sweet?
I mean, I guess just something that like uses the whiskey, but just kind of masks that flavor a little bit. Because like I don't hate it, but it's just like, I'm just not a huge fan.
Yeah.
So I was expecting it to be like, oh wow, like this tastes like something totally different. But I can kind of
maybe go less on the vermouth. That might be. Do like I usually do a 5-to-2 ratio. I know it's a weird thing. I do like so it's like, well, I don't know, it's heavy, but 2.5 ounces of whiskey and 1 ounce of vermouth, roughly. So go less on the vermouth side, and it'll probably taste a little bit better. You get more of that like smoky bourbon taste to it, and then do 2 or 3 solid shakes of the bitters.
Okay, I'll try it again tonight, I guess. Because I was just. Well, the thing is, too, I watched a video for it, and the guy, he chilled the glass that he was going to drink it in, which I was like, it hadn't even occurred to me to do that. Like, not in the fridge, like he put ice and water and then, whatever. But then, like, in a different glass, I put a bunch of ice, and then I was putting in all this stuff, and I'm wondering if, like, it watered it down from that, or...
Oh, definitely. Did you shake it before you drink it?
No, I stirred it, because that's the other thing too. This guy is like, well, you don't want to shake this because you're gonna brew.
Who are you watching? Were you watching Educated Barfly?
I have no idea. I could probably find it.
Did he have like crazy, like really respect up hair, and like he had a nice
Yeah, I think so. He had like he had a suit on, I think.
That guy's a douche, but
well, that's the thing. He's like, you want to shake this or else you're gonna bruise the alcohol. I was like, what does that even mean? Bruise? Like,
I don't know what the fuck
it's a
that
liquid.
Means. Just I mean, you can water it down. I don't know. Be careful how much you water it down. That is part of the thing about like making cocktails.
Yeah,
is you do want to water it down just like a little bit. Just the alcohol doesn't have quite as much bite to it.
Well, I didn't want to, but I'm thinking that probably did, because when I would drink it, I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Like,
Try next time you do it. Try mixing it all in the glass you're gonna drink it in, and then just add like 1 ice cube, and then stir it. Try that. That might be a better option.
So don't even put it in ice. Just put it all in by itself where it's warm, or technically the glass might be cooled.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a stronger taste, I don't know, even like maybe freeze the whiskey or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. A Manhattan's kind of just like Manhattan and an old fashioned are both kind of the same thing. They're just like sweet whiskey, really. They're just sweetened in different ways.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You have to get used to it. Find what you like. Try making I'll tell you how to make an old fashioned when we inevitably play Fortnite tonight. And we'll like that more.
Yeah, I mean, I might try the Manhattan. I might just give that one another shot, and then you can enlighten me.
Go less on the ice. That's all I'd say. Yeah.
All right, but mean, have you shaken it before and it's fine?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, every time I make it, it tastes a little different. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I usually will for Manhattans. I'll usually just mix them in the glass that I'm drinking it in.
I see.
Sometimes you can take. So I've actually got like a whiskey glass here. So you can like fill this up like halfway to right here, or so. And if you're in your freezer, if you have a way to like tilt it, you can fill it up and freeze the glass, and that actually will. So you can avoid all like the watering down altogether. So you've got like a lot of surface area right here, where all that that heat can be sucked out of the whatever, however thermodynamics works. But all the heat can get
Ben will explain it in a second.
Yeah, he'll explain how that works.
Let me get my PowerPoint.
Hold on. And you get a little less watering down, so you can try that. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Drink more whiskey, and then you'll like it. It's like coffee. It really is.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. That's the if we're gonna end on anything, it's just drink more whiskey. It's like coffee.
Yeah, we do have one more thing though before we end. And if I can find the song.
Oh, did you find that? Are you thinking of what I'm thinking of?
Probably not. So this is the segment. Kmac explains Bitcoin.
Oh man, it's been so long. Well, tell me when to go.
Right now, go.
Okay, so I was looking for Bitcoin over at Vegas. There's so much more Bitcoin because it's in the desert, so it's a lot less populated. It's an expanse of nothing. So there's a ton of places to go. We were at the Hoover Dam. I fell down into it, and I was floating in the Colorado River, and I thought I saw Bitcoin, but I was just hallucinating because I fell. So. And
that is our wrap up to our 4-part series of Kmac Explains Bitcoin.
Wow, if I knew it was the end, I would have said something else.
Well, really screwed the pooch on that.
I'll explain Dogecoin.
Yeah, we're just gonna branch out into all of the cryptos.
Crypto.
Well, it's funny because I think before we left for Vegas, my family was talking about Bitcoin for some reason, and because of what we've been talking about, I was like, yeah, like the guys on the show said, it's like you can mine it and you can I really didn't know what I was talking about, but I feel like I knew a lot more just because, you guys know so much and I still am completely clueless. So I don't know.
It's like, it's a currency that doesn't actually exist. It only exists on people's hard
in your
drives.
mind. Oh.
And the transactions are validated through really complex math equations which is the mining part of it. So,
well, that'll be next week.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, my internet boots up now, but I wanted to go over some funny videos because it is summertime. Everyone's getting out now, going to the pools. There's there's all these fails at pools.
Sign on your computer real quick.
Yeah. No, I want to wrap it up.
Okay. All right.
We got a cover lover edition that Kyle and I discovered at the wedding, and then we'll play some more Let It Ride and probably some kind of game.
Jam-packed episode next week. So
yeah.
This was just we're bringing us back into the fold a little bit. Yeah. Next week we'll hit all the important segments. Yeah,
we're dusting the cobwebs. Nick is Nick will be here in full body. Full
Kmac
body.
will
Nick
hopefully
next
have
week.
a maybe be in Terre Haute. I don't know.
I don't know about next week. Probably not until like next month.
Okay, whatever.
We'll figure.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
This is going on right now is really good. So
Yeah.
how I haven't been doing this the whole time.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there. If you've tuned in, thank you. Welcome back. Good to be here. And I'll get some picks from Vegas. Relive what it's like in Sin City, baby. All right.
Yeah.
Next week, Sunday, 9/8 Central. See you then.
Do that again. Do the figure point again. All right, we got it.
Nailed it.